said, Daddy, there's somebody you need to know. You bad, Daddy, but there's somebody you need to know. So when she brought the videos over and we were watching the videos, I was so overwhelmed. I said to my son, John Wesley, I said, this man has got to be the greatest preacher since Jesus. John Wesley looked at me, he said, I can't say that. I said, why? He said, I ain't never seen Jesus preach. He said, I know Jesus is the greatest healer, but up in here preaching, he's got to earn his props now. But just meeting him personally, apart from being a great preacher and a visionary and strategist and marketing genius, but this man is just a good person, just down home, cornbread, good person. He's just a good man. I love that vibe. He's just a good man. And we share the same passion. I want to ask you, how many of you have some major goals you want to achieve? Raise your hands, please. Very good. I want to ask you another question. How many of you know if you had your life to live over again, you can do more than what you've done thus far? Raise your hands. Very good. I want you to shake somebody's hand on your right and left, look him in the eyes and say, you have something special. Do that quickly, please. I said that not to be kind to you, not to be courteous. I said that because it's true. You have something special. You have greatness within you. You have talents, abilities, and skills that you don't even know that you have. And in the limited time that I have to share with you, I'm going to share some ideas and concepts with you that I want you to take some notes. Now, I want to make this clear. Number one, everything that I'm going to say, you already know it. It's a part of who you are. We're cut from the same cloth. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have invested your money, your time, and your energy to be in this place, to be a part of this Manpower Conference, if what we talk about with you at this particular time did not represent a part of who you are, your consciousness and your value system and your philosophy of life. So I'm going to only confirm and validate that which is a part of you anyhow. That's number one. Everything I'm going to say, you already know this. It's common sense, but not common practice. Second thing is, everything I'm going to say, you've heard it before. Bishop Jakes is not only a great preacher and visionary and lecturer, but he's a great motivator, a great strategist. He provides concepts to help people to deal with the whole person, spiritually, mentally, economically, our communities, every area of our lives. Last night when I saw the ministry that was going on in the prisons, thought about the scripture that says, the least that you do unto these my children, you do it also unto me. That kind of vision, that kind of commitment, that kind of stand that is taken with his life in a historical context. One day when historians look back on this age, they will see the imprint and the impact that he's made. The next thing is, not only that you already know what I'm going to share with you, and you've heard it before from Bishop Jakes and many other great speakers, everything I'm going to say, I don't want you to agree with me, and I don't want you to believe me. That's not important. I'm going to share with you some ideas and concepts that's made a difference in my life. I want you to think about something that you want to create in your life experience right now. Some goal that you want. Some spiritual goal that you'd like to achieve. Some contribution you'd like to leave to humanity. Horace Mann said we should be ashamed to die until we've made some major contribution to humankind. Why don't you think about some major goal that you'd like to achieve? Think about it right now. Something that's important to you. My first major goal was to buy my mother a home. That's something I wanted to do. That was important to me. I'm one of 7 children my mother adopted. I was born in a poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City. I was born in an abandoned building on a floor with a twin brother. When we were 6 weeks of age, we were adopted. When I was in the 5th grade, I was identified as EMR, labeled educable, mentally retarded. Put back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade. I failed again when I was in the 8th grade. I don't have any college training, but between my mother and a high school teacher that I met by the name of Leroy Washington made a dramatic difference in my life and gave me a larger vision of myself. And so therefore my first major goal was to take care of my mama. I really identified with Deion Sanders last night. I feel like Abraham Lincoln, who said, all that I am and all that ever hope to be, I owe to my mother. And so that's what I wanted to do. Buy my mother a home. Let her sit home and I go to work and take care of her. That was important to me. And I achieved that goal. My mother passed 3 years ago from breast cancer. My goal now is to raise millions of dollars for breast cancer research. My goal now is to alert men over 40 to get their prostate examination. Last year I was diagnosed with prostate cancer and given a very limited prognosis. One of the things I strongly believe, when we gave you a handout indicating that, doctors should never tell a person that they are terminally ill. What they should say, my knowledge and my ability has terminated. Now you need to go someplace else and get some help. They should determine the diagnosis. God determines the prognosis. So every man here, if you're 40 years old, go get your prostate examination. Go get your PSA test, which is a blood test. Go get your digital rectal examination. I assure you, it is not a pleasant experience. It's not something you look forward to doing. But go do what you got to do anyhow. I was at a major medical convention and they were giving free rectal exams. The guy said, hey, Les, come on, man, let me give you an examination. I said, no, you're too motivated, brother. No way. No, you can't come up in here. No. How do you get motivated to do that? You know what I'm talking about? No. 58% of men don't go get the test till they're showing the symptoms. It is the #1 killer of men. It's serious. And so therefore I'm telling you, part of my mission is to alert you. I came up during a time, we believe what you don't know can't hurt you. What you don't know can kill you. Go get your examination and encourage your brothers and your uncles and your friends to do the same thing, so we can reduce the number of men that will die from prostate cancer over the next year, over 40,000. We can reduce that number by early detection. Now, the other goal I have is training and developing speakers. I don't travel like I used to since I've been given this health opportunity. Remember something that T.D. Jakes said? He said, if you got a problem that man could solve, you ain't got no problem. I mean, truer words could not have been spoken. When I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, I'm telling you, I started talking to Jesus more than I ever talked before. I increased my tithes by 30%. I was trying to cut a deal. I said, Lord, if you save me, let me tell you, you think Paul worked for you, just save me. In fact, I'll try to get him to move it someplace else. Put it in my toe, anywhere, not here, Lord. Oh my goodness. I tell you, boy, it's amazing how spiritual you can get if you think you're going to die. Yes, sir. I'm telling you the truth. I used to pray so hard I got shaved. I went through so much in 1997. It was unbelievable. Went through that and then also filed for divorce from someone that I loved very much. I thought we were the perfect couple and I thought we would be together for the rest of our lives. And so I learned a thing or two about life and the challenges of life. One of the things I strongly believe, that in life you either in a problem or just left one or headed toward one. So part of what I'm doing is training and developing speakers. I have a gift in that area, helping a person find their message and how to use their life example to craft an experience, a special moment for an audience to transform their lives, and teach them methods and techniques how to reinvent themselves. Training and duplicating myself through men and women and young people, because I believe that we live in the greatest country on the planet that gives us an opportunity to make a difference in other people's lives. Now, I don't know what your goal is, but I want you to visualize it right now. and repeat after me with power and conviction. Let us say together, it's possible. Together, please. Say it again, please.